All right. Hey guys, how's it going? It's Joy. I am back again with another video, another live. I hope that you guys are doing well and I hope that you guys are staying safe. So, you guys, I actually recorded a video earlier, but some of you may have seen it. I think it was like 2 views, so some of you guys may have seen it, but for those of you that did not, I decided to just go ahead and go live because I heard the playback and it was sounding kind of different. So I was just like, let me go ahead and just do the video so that way you guys could really hear me to the entirety of everything. I'm not sure if it was like the headset, the microphone. I'm not sure, but I'll definitely have to figure out what's going on in that regards. Yeah, I'm probably I had to figure something out because that sounded kind of different. And I don't know if it was like the computer that I have or what. But anyway, you guys, I'm super excited to be here today. I do have 2 topics that I wanted to touch on. And I did want to say happy holidays for those of you that do celebrate the holidays. I hope that you guys are enjoying it with family and friends and all that good stuff. So I kind of just want to go ahead and get right into it, you guys. Let's see what we have here. So the video that I had posted earlier was based off of the comments that I had got. And I do want to say thank you guys. Please, please, please continue to keep leaving me comments on the videos and even topics that you guys want to learn about, so that way we can all help each other. We can help each other heal, cope, and gain encouragement and inspiration from one another and motivation, right? We deserve that. Now, let's see here. Let me see. Yeah, I deleted that video because I was like, yeah, that I'm not sure if it was the audio. It was sounding kind of different. So I just wanted to do it over. But basically, I wanted to talk about the holidays, right? Since it is Christmas Eve today and Christmas is tomorrow and New Year's Eve and New Year's Day is coming up, right? And even going into Valentine's Day, right? It's kind of far along, but let's talk about Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve, and New Year's Day. So in terms of, dealing with the narcissist, right? So I got a comment. So the person was just saying, hold on one second here. Just making sure we live. Yeah, we good. Okay, yeah. So the person, I'm going to close some of these tabs actually. Let me close these tabs real quick. And yeah, shout out to everybody. Whoever comes in the room, shout out to you. I just finished going live on my IG. I might go live on Facebook. We'll see. So yeah, so basically the person just says, hi, the video was helpful. This comment came from the video that I did called How Empaths Can Protect Our Energy and Goodness from People Who Are Not Good for Us, right? So the person just said, hi, the video is helpful with good advice. Thank you. And he said, yeah, and we better protect our energy and listen to our gut intuition. Absolutely. We need to gain foresight and discernment. Yes, that's true. And how do we gain foresight and discernment? We gain it by spending time with ourselves, being able to make decisions for ourselves, and being able to listen to what our body is telling us and what our gut feeling is telling us. Is our gut saying, no, stay away from that person, keep your distance? Or is it saying, like, no, I can trust this person? Your body will tell you what to do. And also, like I said, you'll hear things in your mind, or are not necessarily in your mind, but per se, but you'll have visions, you may have dreams, and also how you feel about that person when they're around you will kind of give you discernment and give you the foresight that you need to see, and how do they treat other people? You get me? So yeah, and basically, they were just saying, and do what's good for us and try to get rid of all the toxicity and negativity. Absolutely. It's of course a process to get rid of what is not good. That's true, because it does take time. It's sometimes, we could be used to the toxicity because that's all we know. We could be used to being around people that are not good for us due to the fact of maybe how we was raised, what we saw our parents do, what we saw other extended family members or our friends do, or coworkers or associates, or just on TV or the movies and stuff. It could have been just a regular behavior pattern. You get me? So, and then they also said, I thought about the law of attraction. So I think and thought which music is good to use for manifestation. Yes, I know I do the law of attraction myself, and I do recommend doing like meditations, affirmations, or I think there's something called, I can't think of the name of it, but there's something that you can use that's good for bringing in manifestations. I know words of affirmation is good, mirror work. You can talk to yourself in the mirror. You can also write down, certain like things that you want to manifest, and you write them down. I think one said to do it 3 times during the morning, 6 times during the afternoon, and 9 times in the evening or something like that. So you can also visualize, visualization techniques are really good as well, that type of thing. And yeah, so, and then they said, because music with negative lyrics is bad energy and bad vibes. Yeah, so that was the other point that I was actually making on the video that I uploaded, is that we have to be careful of the music that we listen to, because certain music can have a negative influence on us, right? It could cause us to think negatively. It could cause us to have a bad attitude. It could cause us to have negative vibes. It can cause us to have negative intent towards others, or maybe expecting that a lot from other people per se. So you just want to be careful about that. Sometimes the lyrics can, yeah, it can be kind of toxic, so we just got to be careful what music we're listening to and what we're doing, because for me, I feel like music is like, it's supposed to be a way in which it kind of influences you, right? It motivates you to do something. So when you're listening to negative music or bad vibe music, it could actually, whether you know it or not, subconsciously or consciously, right? It could be influence you to do negative things. So you just want to be careful what you're listening to. Mm. This is so good. I love a good tea, you guys. My bad. I just have to really just kind of appreciate this tea. It's really good. Mm. Really good tea. I like it. So, yeah. So, anyways, you guys, moving on. Yeah. So basically, yeah. So we have that, and then even religious music is not to be trusted, with gospel music and so forth, so to speak. Now, that was the other thing that I had touched on in the video, was that I personally love gospel music myself. Now I know, like, I grew up in a church background myself. So I mean, when I say that, I went to church every Friday and Sunday, had choir rehearsal on Wednesday and Saturdays and stuff like that. You know, did all that ushering and singing in the church choir, that type of thing. And so it was more like I was raised in that church type of background. But as I've gotten older, I kind of distanced myself from the church environment, but my faith is still in God, and I still walk with God every day, right? I put my full trust in God. But in terms of the music, I know, like, my mom, when I was growing up, she wouldn't allow me to watch like certain music. Like, she wouldn't allow me to watch like BET or listen to certain hip hop music or certain R&B music, because, that was kind of deemed as inappropriate for someone my age, or unacceptable. She was kind of strict in that way. And some parents are like that. I know she probably was just doing the best that she thought was right. And even I know, like, my mom's good friend was kind of the same way. They were very strict with us when it comes to being in the church, how we behaved, and how, like, our manners. And, like, when we were in church, they would say, like, no sleeping, no eating gum, no getting up all the time. Like, they wanted us to stay focused on what was being said, type of thing. And yeah. And I remember even, like, being a little kid, like, when I would cry, like, to my mom and stuff. And I remember the lady came over to me. She was like, "Joy, what's wrong?" And she was like, Like, she was like, kind of like disciplining me in a calm cool, calm, in a collected way. And that kind of got me right, back when I was a kid. Right? So I do remember that. But yeah, you do have to be careful of certain religious music, especially if you are a parent, you're just trying your best to parent your children, you just want to be careful what they're listening to. You also want to be careful what they're watching on TV, or whether it's watching on TV or movies or, on their phones and streaming, Netflix and all that stuff. Be careful what they're watching because, excuse me, whatever it is that they're watching, whatever it is, like games too, certain games could have a negative influence on your kids. Like that can influence them to do certain things, and even be mindful of their friends. What are their friends doing? You got to be on that tip too, because you never know who's getting influenced by what, So yeah. So now, so yeah, I love that comment. So thank you for that. The other thing was, they said, he said, I think to be sensitive is important to feel good energy and the bad energy from people so that we can protect ourselves. And what you said, I think, to see and check their behavior. So yeah, in regards to being sensitive, you do have to be, use your discernment, use your foresight, because again, when you're sensitive, you have to be able to manage your sensitivities, right? You have to be able to manage your emotions, your thoughts, your behaviors, your attitudes, right? You got to be able, like, if you're starting to feel sensitive, maybe you could be feeling overwhelmed, or maybe you feel overstimulated, or maybe you feel overly hyperactive, or whatever the case is. You have to be able to kind of go back and recharge yourself, and you have to be able to control your emotions, control your sensitivities. You have to be able to regain your sense of like stability, reassess the situation. And when I say reassess, so if something is overstimulating, if something is overwhelming, then you may have to say, okay, I had enough time. Let me go back to my bubble. You know what I'm saying? Let me go back and recharge. Let me go back and regain my strength. Let me go back and regain my energy, type of thing, So you just want to be careful on that. And the other thing is too, because certain people that you're around, this is why I say it's good to make sure that you're protective over yourself and you be mindful of who you're around, because certain people can drain your energy. Certain people can take your energy away. Thank y'all for the like. Certain people can, make you a sounding board, right? They can make you an emotional punching bag. And that's not something that you want to allow an individual to do. So you being sensitive, you have to kind of be cognitive of this and, be able to assert yourself and to stand up for yourself, right? Now, also, when you're sensitive, it's important that you learn how to, because you have to be able to go in the world. And a lot of times the world is not sensitive, but you are a sensitive individual. So you have to be able to navigate and find kind of like get in where you fit in, type of thing. You have to kind of like not allow people to like trigger you all the time. You have to, like when you're a highly sensitive person, because some people are sensitive and then some people are highly sensitive, right? So you have to kind of manage between the two. Maybe I'll do a video on that. But when you're a highly sensitive person, you got to really be careful of, just the little things. Oh, like I said, that overstimulation, the getting too much, the overly something that is going to impact you in a way where it might make you feel drained or tired or sad or disappointed or whatever the case is. You got to be able to manage that accordingly. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that is something to be mindful of when you're a sensitive person. So it could also, like in a way in which you can learn how to manage that. So let's say you're used to working in an environment. Maybe the work environment is stressful. Maybe it's intense and it's a lot of pressure. So you being a sensitive individual, maybe you might say, hey, you know what? I might want to work from home. I might want to work in an environment where it's just me by myself. Or maybe I want to work in an environment where it's less pressure, it's less stress, type of thing. So you have to be able to learn how to adjust to the overstimulation, to the overly being overwhelmed, to being overly charged. Like, getting all of that information at one time, or just being around other energies, like a lot of people at once, that can, really kind of get triggered that sensitivity. Or like I said, being able to control your emotions, right? Not just being an emotional wreck, not just kind of lashing out on individuals, just learning how to be keeping your composure and, being in the like calm, cool, and collected type of thing. So yeah, so that was a good comment. So thank you for that. I really appreciate that so much. And please continue to keep leaving me comments, you guys. It really does help. So thank you so much for that. And by the way, if you guys are feeling called to, if you like these lives that I do, please do not hesitate to leave a donation, because it definitely does help with the continuation of these videos and all of that good stuff. So yeah, let's see what we have. The other comment that I wanted to touch on, because it is the holidays, right? So I know for some of you, not all, but for some of you, you may have a girlfriend or a boyfriend that their mother or father is a narcissist, and you may have had to be with them today, or maybe tomorrow, or sometime coming up for like the new year or anything, get together, family gathering, right? And somebody left a comment on my video that I did. I want to say it was like 2 years ago or something like that. Let's see. Yeah, I think it was basically saying go in no contact with narc parents, in-laws, beware the holiday Hoover. So yeah, some of you guys could be getting a Hoover. But others of you, you may actually be going into the Hoover, where like maybe your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your spouse is going over to their mother's or dad's house, and they're the narcissist, and you have to go because you want to be supportive of your spouse. Others of you, you're like, no, babe, you go ahead and go. I'm good. Like, you get what I'm saying? So some of you may have that dynamic going on. And then others of you, you're like, no, what, I want to go. And I want to support my spouse. And I also, like, maybe you guys have kids together. So you're like, I want my son or daughter to see their grandmother, their grandfather type of thing, So if this is the scenario you're dealing with, just be mindful now. The person left a comment. They just said, I know someone whose narc mother-in-law wants both her son and his spouse to take care of her and maintain her legacy by trying to manipulate for them to run their house and their children her way. Yeah, so that is a big thing, where the narcissistic mother-in-law or the father-in-law, but a lot of times it's the mother-in-law, she will try to get full control over you and your partner, or you and your girlfriend or boyfriend, because essentially she wants to have the way that she is, her legacy, she wants it to continue on through you all, right? So let's say the mother-in-law, she has a business, right? Maybe that in-law has employees and people that work for her. Maybe she may want for you to work for her, or maybe right now your spouse is working for her. So that's a way in which she can control the legacy, right? She can control you. She can control your spouse, because essentially she's in control of the finances. So when people are in control of the finances, that means they are in control of the household. Right. So that narcissist wants to keep the control over the household, because that way when she can always come in, change things up. She can always, try to clean things or cook things, or, try to rearrange things in the home, type of thing. She gets power and control from that, right? She gets an ego boost from that. So, that's something to be mindful of, and kind of be aware of that. And then also, yeah, she's trying to run your house. And she also wants to control your children. She wants to raise her children as if they are her own children, right? So, not giving you guys any privacy, not allowing you guys to have your own life, not allowing you guys to be your own individual selves, to be your own individual family. She wants you to raise your children as she has raised her son and daughter. She sees you, like everybody in the family dynamic, as an extension of herself. And so everybody must behave like her. And if you don't behave like her, then there's going to be consequences in the narcissist's mind. They're going to they're going to punish you. They're going to abandon you. They're going to shun you. They may try to reach out to other family members to get them to go against you, to kind of guilt you into following her rules or complying to what she wants, right? Or he wants, whether it's the father-in-law or the mother-in-law, right? So that's just something to be mindful of. So if you're in a scenario where you're trying to cope during this holiday season, whether you're going over to the narcissist house or maybe the narc in-laws coming over to your home, right? And maybe trying to control everything, trying to rearrange things and trying to tell you what to do and tell you what you're not doing right, what you should be doing, So, for some, maybe there's a conversation that you have to have with your spouse in regards to how to handle this. Or others of you, it could be like maybe your spouse has to speak up to his mother or father. And I know for some, they will do that. And then others of them, if they have not dealt with their childhood traumas, their childhood wounds, meaning if they are still wanting the narcissist's approval, they still need attention from their mother, or they feel like they missed out on their childhood, or if they felt like they wasn't allowed to be a child when they was a child, and so now they spend the rest of their life wanting to be a child, almost like a Peter Pan type of thing, then more than likely they will follow suit. They will follow what the mother-in-law, they'll follow underneath her footsteps, and essentially they would be choosing their mother over you. So, or they'll be choosing their father over you or their family, right? So that's just something to be mindful of, right? This tea is so good. Oh my God. Mm-hmm. mm, really good. Mm, I can't believe how good that is. I think I'm just thirsty too. So, anyways, you guys, I hope that that was helpful. I hope that that was insightful in regards to, kind of understanding what it's like, to have that type of individual around. Um, just be careful because the narcissistic in-law, the mother-in-law, is very manipulative, is very controlling, and will do anything at all costs to win, right? They'll do anything to gain control over you, gain control over their son or daughter, at your own expense, at even their own expense, at your demise, at their own demise. It's all about power and control for the narcissist. So that's just something to keep in mind. Yeah, so just prepare. Like I said, you want to be a role model, like, because like, let's say kids are involved, you really don't want to bash their mother-in-law, you don't want to bash your spouse. You just want to remain firm and remain strong. Like I said, you and your spouse have to be on the same team, or your girlfriend or boyfriend, you guys have to be on one accord, because if you're not, it's not going to work. But if you and your spouse can come on board and say, hey, you know what, this is the right thing to do. We're going to stay together as a team, and we're going to do what's right for us as a family, versus having someone like a outside force controlling everything and demanding all these things, and forcing all these things onto you that are not what you want. Right? But it's just some old school programming, some old school belief systems that has nothing to do with you, that's outdated. It's kind of like, do we want to accept that, or do we want better? You get me? So that's just something to be mindful of. So anyways, you guys, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to give it a like, share, and subscribe. I would love to know what was your takeaway, how you guys feel about it. How are you handling, the holiday hoovers, or, are you guys by yourself during this holiday season? Or do you have to be around the narcissist this holiday season? And if so, I would love to know how it goes, how you guys handle it. Or let's say, your spouse is the narcissist himself. So, maybe you have to kind of be mindful of that and kind of manage your behaviors, manage your responses, manage your reaction. Because maybe you want your son or daughter, like your son and your daughter, to be around the narcissist, right? Which could be your former spouse. And you want them to have both of the parents in the dynamic. And you may want to know, like, how to handle that, it's really truly the same thing. Like I said, just kind of maintaining that emotional control and just understand what it is that you're dealing with, and realizing like, hey, this is just something that I have to kind of just learn how to maneuver, learn how to cope, and learn how to manage, because you can't change this individual. And the whole dynamic of it is kind of, it sucks, right? It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So you got to protect your babies. You got to maybe it could be you have to get your child or your kid or your teenager or young adult, maybe you have to get them into some sort of coaching or counseling or therapy, or and like I said, don't bash the parent, right? Or don't bash the in-law. But just do your best, do your part to stay positive, do your part to focus on yourself, and do the inner healing, because I'm pretty sure you're going to get affected by it too, right? You're going to get some days where you're not feeling the greatest, right? And you may need to be supported, so don't hesitate to reach out for support, right? Now you also have some dynamics too, I didn't touch on this, where you could be new to the dynamic, right? So let's say your spouse, your person, your girlfriend or boyfriend or your partner, their ex was a narcissist or is a narcissist now, and you are the new, you're the new person in the dynamic, right? So even in that scenario, you want to make sure that you remain cool, you remain calm, you educate yourself, and you just do your best to support your spouse, and don't engage in the drama, right? Don't and again, I never tell anybody what to do. I'm just giving you the best way in which you can handle this. So that way, you maintain your position and you stay focused on what you are focused on, which is your relationship, your family dynamic, right? Excuse me, you guys, my nose on that side is itching. But yeah, it's the same thing, and just keep your focus, keep positive, do your self-care routine, do your daily, run your errands, stay busy, and focus on what you can control, because right, we can't control other people, we can only control ourselves, right? So anyway, you guys, I hope that was helpful. Give the video a like, share, and subscribe. I would love to know what was your takeaway and your feedback. And if you did watch the video all the way through, I'm super excited. Now, for those of you, I did want to let you know that my sugar scrub, my natural body sugar scrub, did come out. So make sure that you do get your copy, or get your sugar scrub jar this weekend. I said a copy, but yeah, get your jar this weekend. You can order on my website, and I will ship it to you in the next 1 to 2 weeks. You can send me your address and I will ship it. So this is a milk and coconut one, as you can see it. And then I also have a ginger citrus. You can get this one as well. You can see the nice little cute design. Love it. These smell amazing and highly, highly recommend it. Now, I did mention this in the video that I did, but I didn't I deleted it, so I'm going to say it in this one. So if you want to know what the ingredients are, this is also on the website, but I just wanted to make sure that I did a video about it. So the ingredients is going to be natural sugar, canola oil, olive oil, grapeseed oil, jojoba oil, aloe vera gel oil, coconut, non-GMO soybean oil, vitamin E oil, essentials, and fragrance oils, right? Now, keep in mind, this is not for ingestion. So base oils and some essential fragrance oils may cause allergic or sensitive reactions. So please test a small area on the skin first. Please use caution, as bath or shower may be slippery after use. So that is just something to keep in mind. I do recommend the citrus ginger. I really like that one, but both of them smell amazing. You can try one of each, right? Or you can get one of the same. And I also wanted to let you guys know, so this one is a 9-ounce jar. So I'm actually also going to be getting a 18-ounce, so that way you can have more of it to last you for a longer while. So yeah, you guys, I'm really excited to share that with you all. And yeah, so that's that. And then what else did I want to share with you? So we have that, and then oh, and then the other thing is you may want to know how to apply this, right? So basically keep in mind that you can apply to damp skin in a gentle circular motion, maybe used from head to toe. You can rinse off sugar, then use the natural oils that stay on skin as a moisturizer for shaving. Rinse off the sugar and shave using the oils remaining, and you can pat or towel dry. So I usually use this when I'm shaving or something like that, so this is really good as far as like a really good exfoliation to help when you shave. So, if you, so that way you don't cause irritation or, any inflammation. It's really good to use a nice sugar scrub like this. It's really good, right? And this is also good for sensitive skin as well. If you have sensitive skin, if you have eczema or anything, you should be good. Now, I did just want to give you guys like a sample just to show you what the sugar looks like. It's like natural sugar, right? And it has like oils in it, mixture. So yeah, it's like really good. And even like being on my thumb just feels amazing, and it smells so good. Oh God. It smells amazing, you guys. I'm so excited. So I can't wait for you to try it. I think you're gonna love it. And I have some other scents coming out. So since it is the holidays, definitely go ahead and treat yourself, because if you don't, no one else is. You know what I mean? So definitely get your sugar scrub. And then also don't forget, you can still get your copy of my book. I'm actually doing a holiday package deal, so you can get the sugar scrubs and you can get both copies of my book as a package deal. So definitely be sure to inquire about that. And any other way in which that I can support you, please let me know. I'm here for you guys. That's what this channel is all about. I just want to continue to keep helping former victims and survivors of narcissistic abuse, right? And I do also have some things coming out next year. So make sure that you do subscribe to my email list, so that way you will always be notified. Now, the other thing is that I want to share with you guys, and I do have this on my website already, but in terms of insurance, right, I wanted to bring this up again. So when you're talking to me, and by the way, I'm not like a therapist or anything like that. I'm not a therapist. I'm more so a narcissist abuse coach and a mentor, right? I mentor people. I listen to people. I do counsel people, but I consider myself a narcissist abuse coach because that's what I have gone through. That's what I've been through, right? So I can only share with you what I know. I can only share with you my experience and what has helped me, right? So I just wanted to make that clear. But in terms of insurance, you can provide insurance. It's not required. Again, this is on my website as well. But as always with the support sessions, we would do those. And I actually forgot to mention this on my Instagram, but the support sessions are done over the phone or they're done via video, like a video chat as well. Right. And I also do offer services via email and text, which is going to be the unbiased personal advice. So I do have that as an option as well, because I do understand for some, they may not feel comfortable with talking. Some feel more comfortable, like also do like reading. So some people may feel more comfortable asking me for a reading. And how that works, the reading is pre-recorded, but it's a private reading. It's pre-recorded. It's delivered to you via video, right? So that's how that works. And I do also offer courses. So the courses are also a series of videos and audios, right? Where you watch them, listen to them, get the information, move on to the next tab, and then gain the information, and then you implement that, and then you go forward from there, right? So I just wanted to throw that out there, make that clear on how and which way I would support you. You know what I mean? Or if you're the type of person where you prefer to read, that's why we have the, the self-study books and stuff like that. So I just wanted to note that. But yeah, you guys, that's basically that. I'm super excited. I hope that this was, like I said, helpful and insightful. Give the video a like, and be sure to share this video if you think it can help and bless them. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.